Hello Prep to Prep Nation, it's Doug Fioranelli of Rise Above Performance Training. In this video I'm going to give you my 3 favorite single-sided upper body exercises. So these are less common than the single leg exercises I showed you for the lower body. So it's a good way to add it in because you're going to get a lot more stabilization with the rotator cuff muscles and shoulders, and also a lot more core work. The first one is actually very common. It's going to be a dumbbell row. Now, most of you guys have done this, but when you're thinking about a row, I see a lot of common mistakes where a lot of people are turning the torso to get the weight up or arming the weight like a bicep curl. What you want to do is you want to think about your shoulder blade gliding along the rib cage and moving to the center of the back. So this is my shoulder blade, just going to move there. Lastly, I want to keep my shoulder blade down. I always say shoulder blade back pocket. So we're going to pull the shoulder blade down. I want to glide my shoulder blade along my rib cage. That's where I'm going to stop, because if I have to move anymore, I got to twist, so I don't want to twist. I'm going to drop it down, reset, glide up, control down. The whole time I'm keeping my core a little bit tight, my glutes tight, and I want to kind of take the angle of the bench, so I don't want to be rounded. I like to push my hips back. This leg can be wherever you feel most stable. Taller athletes often be a little bit wider. So again, we're just gliding down and gliding out. So that's number one. The second one's not as common, but I'm sure you've done the variation with 2 dumbbells before. It's a simple chest press, but we're going to go 1 dumbbell. So I'll take the dumbbell and I'm going to set up just like I would for a normal dumbbell chest press. The difference is I don't have anything on this side, so it's going to be unweighted. I got to keep stable. So this really teaches your body, one, to stabilize your core with your glutes. So when you come down, you don't roll off the bench. So I'm keeping it very stable, controlling down, and squeezing up. So let's say this is 20 pounds, so let's say I had 2 of them. It would be a whole lot easier because I'm able to stabilize with my other side. So I don't have that stability anymore, so I got to rely on my rotator cuff muscles and the smaller shoulder and forearm muscles to keep me stable. So I'm controlling down, squeezing up. When I'm squeezing up, I'm not punching up. I'm using my chest like a push-up, and I'm keeping everything down on the bench. And then I'll come up that way. So that one, again, is good for the shoulders, rotator cuff, core, and you get your glutes involved. Lastly, this is a single arm bar press. I have a little apparatus where you can put the bar in there, but you can also put it in the corner if you don't have that. The reason why I like this one, a lot of people have poor shoulder flexibility. Young athletes, not as much as older athletes. What I mean by that is when they come up and they bring their arms here, they have to bend their body or round their shoulders to get more flexibility. We want to make sure we have good flexibility, especially for overhand athletes, volleyball players, baseball pitchers. So I like this one because you can kind of change the angle a little bit. And it's going to start right around a 45. So we're going to pick this up. I'll be at a 45. It's up to you whether you want a stagger stance or here. This is going to be a little bit more challenging on the core. I like a little stagger stance. We're going to bring our wrist straight. Again, we're going to pull our shoulder down. It's kind of a common theme. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to pull my shoulder blade down, and I'm going to press from my lat. So I'm not pushing with my shoulder and having this come up. I'm pushing from the muscles in here, letting the shoulder glide up, locking out, coming back. So I'm going to squeeze up, control down, all the while keeping my shoulder blade down. Now I can change the angle by just getting a little bit closer, and now I'm going to be a little bit more vertical. Or I can back up and make it a little bit less. There's not much degrees of difference here, forward and back, but it does make a difference. And then lastly, as you get better, you can always add weight onto the bar and make it a little bit more challenging. So those are my 3 favorite single-sided upper body exercises. Give them a shot, and let's see how you do.